to my mental health and crime channel. My name is Sudha London. My licensed cognitive behavior therapist and a licensed mental health counselor. Please like, share, and subscribe if you enjoy the contents in this channel. This is all my thoughts, my speculations, and my opinions. Welcome back to my mental health and crime channel. This is part 3 of what I was talking about. Ryan. Ryan is from the Sigma Chi Fraternity. He's the guy on the left. These young men have very concerning pictures and drawings. They have K-bar weapons. They said that they pre-planned all these crimes on the 21st of September. I find that to be very interesting. This is all speculation, nothing else. But the fact that you have 4 young guys that have K-bars and have different kind of weapons and are watching violent, disturbing videos is an issue. I wonder if the FBI and the police have vetted them, just like my friend Real Eyes Analyze asked in the comment channel. Shout out to you. Shout out to Terita Perkins. I hope I said your name right. Thank you so much for sharing your feedback. It really helped me to dig deeper. That's why I love my subscribers. I always say my subscribers, I may be a bit biased, but I love my subscribers. Intelligent people, observant. They follow every little detail from the beginning of the case to the end. We have intelligent, sensible conversations in our channel. I love my subscribers. I really appreciate each and every one of them. Let's come back to this case. My friend explained to me on the comment channel to look at something, and I'm going to do that soon. But I noticed something else that is extremely important while I was observing this picture. Ryan is on the left. There's a guy next to him with his thumbs up. Then you have the short little guy, the little man. And then you have the guy with the long hair at the corner. Now there's 2 things with the guy in the long hair, with the long hair. One of my subscribers in my comment channel pointed out to me something important about this guy that I need to check. She asked me, Huda, isn't he the guy at the GRUB truck? He does look like the guy at the GRUB truck, and I'll show y'all who she means. I hope I'm right with the person my subscriber is talking about. I think that this is the guy that I used to say is allegedly Hannah Clay's brother. I wonder if Hannah Clay's brother goes to the college. He does look like the guy at the GRUB truck, and he does look like Hannah Clay. I find that to be interesting. So we will go to the GRUB truck and check that out. I wanted to show you something about this guy. Pay attention to his pocket, his jeans pocket, the right-hand side. Is he carrying a K-bar? It could be a phone device, it could be anything, but for me it looks like a weapon. There's something sharp and pointy in his pocket. So this picture is Ryan too, like I showed y'all. The way he's holding the weapon makes me believe he's either used it before on animals, God forbid, on humans. Look at the way he's holding the cable, the grip. He has a solid grip on it. He's not the only person who has a cable from the frats. But what is interesting is he was boasting about the unalivings on the 15th of November. Rule number 1, eliminate the biggest target. That would be Ethan. So was Ethan taken out first? Maybe around 156? It is possible. Because if you remember, when we heard all the yelling and screaming on Linda Lane, we could hear Ethan being slammed on a door, on a car, something, and a female yelling, "No, no, Ethan, what have you done?" And she says, "Please, police," something like that. If you go back to I'll try and link it down to one of my videos where I talk about it in more details. And if you go to Chaos Sector's channel, shout out to Chaos Sector. They do excellent work. Chaos Sector explains it much better than me. When the group were arguing and yelling outside, it sounded like Ethan went down first. God forbid. Dateline told us Ethan's legs were carved. And then you have people with K-bars from Ethan's frat. Why did Ethan move out from his frat? Why was he living with Zana? When did this beef with Sigma Chi frat and Ethan start is my question. This guy, Ryan, posted this picture on the 29th of November 2022. It was a Tuesday at 11:11 and 45 seconds. YouTube. B. Ryan Shaw is written upstairs. Anonymous. Let's not forget, these people were sending pictures and everything anonymous. This was part of the 4chan games that they were playing on us. 4chan was anonymous too. And Jack Showalter, when he was saying that Payne must have planted the knife sheet, he wrote on one of a page similar to this. I believe that all these fraternities and sororities were trying to distract us with Papa Rogers, with different things, because now we know Papa Rogers was never Brian Koberger. So who was Papa Rogers? We've heard it's a female. But is it true? We don't know yet. Actions speak louder than words. This is a picture. Look at what he's carrying. I am 100% sure that they're not allowed to have weapons in the colleges and in the fraternities. Don't they have inspections? So Terita Perkins, shout out to you. Excellent observation. Thank you. She told me to check. She's one of my subscribers, a very good subscriber. She said, Huda, check the picture and look at what they have inside the glasses. What do they actually have in the glasses? To start with, it's 4 glasses. And we have 4 victims. Very interesting. I'm just observing for myself, guys, and I'm sharing my observation with y'all. We have Maddie as a waitress, Zana as a waitress, and Kaylee, who's been working in coffee bars. So she was a waitress in a way herself. What is inside these glass? Is it organs? Trigger warning? Is it flowers? Now I understand. They're people. One, is that Ethan to the right? You have 1 there. You have 2 here. Wow. Actually, no. You have 3 people on the right-hand glass. Then you have 2 people in the middle. You have 3 people inside the wine glass. All I can see is disturbing pictures. And all I can say is that these people needed to be investigated. Remember to watch Murder Drones. That is what they are watching. I don't want to put in his link without permission, but you can see the channel's name from there. And he's admitting that he did it. Am I proud? No. Am I tiniest bit sorry? No. So Ryan needs to be investigated, in my opinion. And this is one of the last pictures Ryan put up on the 22nd of November 2022. His channel's name was Deadly. Look at the picture. This is one of the last pictures he put up. It was on 22nd November 2022. His username is Deadly. He had an Instagram. I can't find it now unless he's changed his username. Gordos is what's written on it, if I'm not wrong. If you pay attention to the drawings, pay close attention, and you see 3 females and 1 male. So whoever Ryan, he must be really good in drawing and art. I wonder if he was studying art. And he's really obsessed with murds. Not only him and his group. Let's say that Ryan was doing this for fun. Apologize, I think I'm getting the flu. What I'm surprised about, my subscribers, is coincidence can happen. But how can you have someone who's drawing such disturbing pictures? There were 4 victims in the glass. In the glasses he was carrying, the waitress was carrying. And then you have 4 victims here. You have 3 girls and 1 boy. He's Jack Katovich, his best friend. Jack Katovich actually liked all the disturbing pictures of Ryan. Ryan, in my opinion, is from the Sigma Chi, or one of the fraternities there. But it does look like Sigma Chi because the picture with the K bar, I've heard several times, is Sigma Chi, fraternity boys. When I look at this young man, his posts, and all these pictures, it just reminds me of somebody who could have some kind of personality disorder, antisocial personality disorder. at that age, to be so fascinated in weapons and in disturbing pictures of unalivings, and the channel he watches on YouTube has a lot of GOG, is it called GOG, in it? I wonder what else were these people capable of doing. He said that we planned this on the 21st of September 2022. I don't know why, but this picture looks like Maddie to me, because the girl is really thin. It looks like she has blonde hair, because he could have easily colored it black, but it's blonde hair. The length of the hair could be Maddie or Kaylee, but the shape of the body, may the rest in peace, is Maddie. Maddie was a waitress. Zana was a waitress. So was he trying to give out hints? Once again, my intelligent subscribers, another shout out to Ray. Ray, you know who you are. Thank you for the excellent observation. You said that text comes from the Mason, what's it called? The Mason unalivings? The Masons, was it? I apologize if I'm wrong, but if you remember that family that ended up unaliving dozen people, the Mansons. So the text has something related to the Mansons. And that was a horrific, horrific crime of many people. Ended up being victims to it. This man is clearly saying, am I proud? No. Am I tiniest bit sorry? LMA or no? So he's laughing and saying he's not sorry. Typical behavior of an antisocial personality disorder. No remorse, no empathy. Let's forget the word empathy to start with. If he had any empathy, he wouldn't be watching these things. But no remorse, clearly. He says, I'm not sorry. Not a bit. This is Jack Katovich. I'm not sure who the girl is. It could be his sister, Liz Katovich. They do look a bit similar. He has a sister called Liz anyway. Liz Katovich and Molly Gray, Liz's best friend, was sending Venmos for $6 to Jack K, her brother. And then we have Saeed Sheikh sending Venmos to David B. I showed you all before David B is post and what he had to say. Jack K and David B are two important people, in my opinion. And so is the rest of the Sigma Chi. They know what happened that night. The party was at their place. Zana and Ethan were hosts in their party. Most of these people have dark mindset, negative mindset, aggressive. We have Showalter allegedly harassing females. What were these people up to? Why did they decide to sacrifice these 4 beautiful souls? Let's say, example, that Kaylee or Maddie were mean girls, like we've heard. Even if they're mean girls, you can't unalive people. I can understand if you do a prank on them or scare them a bit, which is not good either. And the classic is Jack Showalter threatened them. You know we're going to get you for this, Maddie. And Maddie said to Kaylee, I told Adam like everything. Adam, Jack K, Jack Showalter, Jack D are all friends on Facebook. But Jack Showalter has shut down his Facebook. These are all students and frats who know each other, who can have planned this together allegedly, because we only see fraternities and sororities running around. I want you all to pay attention once again to the guy on the right. The one with the long hair. Shout out to my subscriber. I apologize if I forgot your name. Who asked me to check if the guy is with Ryan. If you remember the guy I just showed y'all with the glasses, I wonder if that guy could be this guy. If it's the same person. He does actually look like him. Now what is strange is, he could have changed his hair color definitely. But what is strange is if it is the same guy, then I'm a bit puzzled. Because this guy is Hannah Clee's brother. Allegedly. And he looks exactly like Hannah Clee. It was said from the beginning of this case, the college students were on Twitter and Reddit and all. It was said that Hannah Clee's brothers were there that day, that night. They were at the GRUB truck with a white Hyundai Elantra, and they came to take revenge for their sister, Hannah Clee. Let's not forget, on the 15th of November would have been Hannah Clee's birthday. And I really do believe this because I have a close source from the family who told me that this guy's name is Scott Jr. This guy on the GRUB truck. I don't know if he's the same guy with Ryan. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Guys, share your feedback. Does this guy look like the guy who was standing next to Ryan? I believe it's very possible because this guy over here looks very chubby. Oh, sorry to say, he looks like he's a large guy, but when you look closer, he ain't that large. He has a lot of things in his jacket. All these people you see, most of them are packed. They have weapons on them. And I've shown you all that. And I believe all these people were working together, in my opinion. Now there comes his friend, the one with the brown jacket. Could this be Ryan? If these two guys are the guys in the picture, Ryan and his friend, or Hannah Clee's brother, then you see we got a problem, a major one. This guy with the brown jacket orders food. When he gets his food, he throws it in the bin without even opening it. Both these guys were standing behind Kaylee and Maddie the whole night. They left 2 minutes before the girls left. They were nodding their head to the Sigma Chi fraternity boys and Showalter. Look at these guys. Jovito said nobody knew each other. They all know each other. I wonder what they're telling each other. Yeah, Don't talk to me. The plan is on. Later. Allegedly, in my opinion. Why else would you be talking in such a secretive manner and nodding your heads? Do you see what's going on, guys? These two are pretending they don't know each other, and they bump into each other and go separate ways, but they both end up standing behind Kaylee and Maddie. And look at the Sigma Chi fraternity boys. He's carrying a lot of stuff in his red jumper and his jacket. The picture is not very clear to see, but you can see the two guys standing behind Showalter. And I still want to know what Showalter is carrying in his jacket. Is that the weapon he could have used on Kaylee's face? God forbid. And he's carrying a weapon in his black jeans. What I find strange is that Showalter said that the girls left in a silver car. But Jovito said they left in a dark blue car or a dark color. He said it could have been silver. I can't remember. One of them is really lying. And if you'll see the car lights that are flashing behind that window, that is a white Sierra, and it's waiting for these two guys standing behind Showalter. Jovito said he doesn't know Showalter. And look at how they're chit-chatting. So I wonder if this guy with the long hair could be the guy at the grub truck. And maybe the guy on the left. He could have grown out his hair. He just had a bit longer hair. He's clearly carrying something in his pocket that is shaped like a K-bar, in my opinion. It's pointy. And I heard that the guy, the short guy, was seen at the corner club, according to one of my subscribers. And if that is true, then these people were there for a purpose that night. This is really sad, sick and disturbing. The pictures that they're drawing, they said they pre-planned this on the 21st of September. And I'd like to end this clip by asking y'all actually a question. Y'all know I love to ask questions. Do y'all remember on the 12th of September, a vandals alert was put up because somebody was carrying a knife and they were fighting with another college student, or the person threatened a college student at Paradise Road or Paradise Street. That's in the university. I wonder if one of these guys could have done it. Because they were playing around with K-bars and they're talking all this nonsense, and they're putting up all this nonsense on their Instagrams and TikToks right after the unalivings and right before the unalivings. They know Jack K. Jackie was the one gathering the Venmos. Jackie was the one who opened the GoFundMe for Ethan Chapin. And David B. opened his own Venmos too. Let me know what y'all think. Please like, share, and subscribe. Remember, this is all my speculation, my thoughts, and my opinions. I'm not accusing anyone. I'm just talking about what these young men put up on their Instagram and social media right before the unalivings and right after the unalivings. So I'm trying to find out the connection. I'm just speculating if this guy could be the guy at the GRUB truck, but I believe the guy at the GRUB truck, even if it's this guy, is Hannah Clay's brother. Because Hannah Clay's brother, other brother who grew up with her, was the one who was in contact with me, and he knows that. And he told me that Hannah Clay's half-brother was there at the GRUB truck and that he was on a mission. Let me know what y'all think, guys. Ryan is the guy on the left. This guy on the right is his friend. The other two are the friends too. I believe they all belong to the Sigma Chi fraternity or one of the frats. Or maybe they're just college students. But they have some dark thoughts. I mean really dark thoughts. Have a lovely week, guys. Condolence to the victims and the families. I mean, rest in peace to the victims and condolence to the families. I hope one day the correct justice will be served. I just want to expose everything I see so that we can figure out what could have happened that night. There are too many players, too many suspicious characters, but these people were boasting online what they were doing and what they were going to do. Let's not forget Sigma Chi Fraternity put their Facebook post and account from 2018 and downwards after the unalivings or right before the unalivings. These people knew what they were doing. Why was the Sigma Chi Fraternity boys under the microscope? Why were they under investigation in the beginning of this case? Question mark. Have a lovely evening.